Hi, my beautiful butterflies. It is Wednesday evening. It's almost 8 o'clock. I have my dinner here. So I decided, I originally was thinking about having chili hot dogs again, but I kind of didn't want to have that again for 3 nights in a row. But I needed to use up the rest of that chili that I had made. And I remembered I had some tater tots in my freezer. So I made my chili tater tot casserole. In doing so, it cleaned up. It cleaned out the rest of the chili. It cleaned out the rest of the bag of the tater tots, and it finished up one of my bags of shredded cheese. So I think I did pretty good today, or tonight, for making dinner and using food that I already have. Now, for my shopping on Friday, I am planning on getting some more cheese because it's $1.49 for the 6 to 8 ounce cheeses that I get because they're already pre-shredded. And I like to just freeze those and put them up in the freezer and take one out when I'm close to being done with one. Usually I'll leave 2 or 3 of them in the fridge and then freeze at least 2 of them. And then so if I put 3 in the fridge, once I get down to just where I have the one package left, that's when I will take one of the ones out of the freezer so that it can thaw out in the fridge. And then I still have one in the freezer. It's a great way to just save on cheese, save on labor, which for me is kind of what I like. Granted, if you were to actually buy the cheeses in bulk, like a 1 or 2, usually the 2-pound are cheaper per ounce, and shred it yourself, it is cheaper to go that way. But what I have found personally is that when I buy the big 2-pound cheeses, unless I'm actively trying to use up that cheese within the next week and a half, the cheese starts to go bad on me. So, and that's even with making sure that it's in an airtight container, using saran wrap or whatever I need to close off part of it so that it doesn't get hard. It still tends to start to mold and whatnot. And if I were to shred it all up, then it tends to mold a little bit quicker. So for me, getting them in these bags is better for me. Not to mention, with me getting them at Fred Meyer's, the equivalent to Walmart is $1.97. So not to mention I'm saving, so $1.97 is Walmart, and then $1.49 is Fred Meyer. So I'm getting the cheaper price at Fred Meyer, plus I am getting points added, whereas Walmart I will get points. So I'm saving 48 cents. I think that's what it is. I think it's 48 cents. My brain can't math right now, but I'm pulling up the calculator right now just to verify, but I'm pretty sure it's 48 cents for each one. But I think tomorrow I'm gonna make my chicken teriyaki stir fry, just because then I can get some of that going and kind of alternate between this casserole and the teriyaki chicken. 149. Yeah, it was 48 cents. I don't know why I second guessed myself. Anyways, and if you times that by 5, I'm saving $2.40 just by getting it at Fred Meyer's for the same amount of cheese. So, and I'm getting points. So it's a win-win all around for me to shop at Fred Meyer's and try and shop the sales as much as possible. I'm also planning on getting, because I have some ground sausage that I need to actually cook, but I want to make biscuits and gravy. And although I have the stuff to make biscuits, I don't feel very confident in making them right now. So I found a deal on Fred Meyer where I get $1 off 2 Pillsbury items. So I'm going to get one of the pizza dough rolls, and then I'm going to get one of the biscuit rolls. I think they were like $3.49 a piece, so they're going to be like $2.99 a piece, which I will spend that $2.99 for that. Granted, like I said, last week I just bought the all-in-one baking mix for pancakes, waffles, and biscuits, which I will use it. I will, even if it's just to make pancakes or waffles, pancake waffles. I will use it. And then I have some other biscuit mix that is opened up that I need to use. Although I will say the last time my mom opened it and she used it, and the biscuits were pretty flat and dry. So I don't know how well that is going to hold up still. It was in a really old bag, so I'm not sure how old it was. Anyways, we had all that. That's kind of what's going on today. I don't have anything going on tomorrow, so I'll probably Instacart tomorrow. Friday, I don't think I have anything going on, so I'll probably Instacart Friday as well. I did go see a financial advisor today because I do have some personal stuff due to an ex-boyfriend of mine. My identity was basically stolen. So, or they ended up using my social security number and taxes, and I owe like $25,000. And so there's things that I need to do. And I've already done one step, but I haven't heard anything. So the advisor said, well, let's go ahead and resubmit it and we'll go from there. So that is something I've got to do. I did take a test today for schooling, finished up that unit. So now I can go on to the next unit. Well, it's the next lesson. It is broken into like 3 or 4 different units. So I'm on to the next one. So that's good. I passed with 90% on this one, which is good. I'm not going to try and retake it. But I did do it on my laptop. And when I was transferring the documents that I had typed up and saved on my laptop to my PC, originally it looked like they were still on my laptop. And then when I got on today, they were gone. So I had to kind of cheat, not really, because it's open book and OpenNote anyways. But I had to use Google search, and I still got 2 questions wrong, which I'll go in. It does give me like a section to look at, and then I'll go in and make my own notes on the PDF that I've saved. That's just how I kind of go about and learn some new things, or learn things. Anyways, guys, I am gonna eat dinner. I just took my meds, but I want to eat dinner and try and head to bed kind of early today. So yeah, I'm going to get off here, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Enjoy. Bye-bye.